Good morning to one another. Today we are going to see validation controls in ASP.NET in a web application. So first of all we have to see how to use validation controls in a web application. First we are going to the video. Let us know what is meant by validation control. Validation control is used to validate user input in a web form before submitting to the server. So consider this is on a web form. So in this web form, first of all we have to validate whether the all text boxes has been filled by the user or any other whether the email is correct in the correct order, and then mobile number whether it is as 10 digit or 11 digit. So what is the age? That validations, that input credentials will be checked before we are submitting to the server. For that we can use the controls that is available in the ASP.NET, that is called validation controls. So in toolbox the validation controls are available. Let's check. Yes, these are all the types of validation controls. There are 6 types of validation controls. So these 6 types will be used to validate the user input in a web form. First let's see one by one in the web form. Here I have created a web application in a simple web application. So that will be having a username, password, confirm password, age, email, mobile number, and then 2 buttons, save and cancel. Let's take on a toolbox. In the validation control we will see one by one. First of all the fields have to be filled by the user. That is, all the controls to be filled means to be filled without any blank. No field should be blank. For that type of validation, what we have to take means a required field validator. We have to set the required field validator to all the controls. So I set the control in one validator in one control. You can do it. You can undo it in the other control too. Yes. First of all, drag the control and keep it in your text box, in the side of the text box, and then go to the property of the required field validator. So this is a required field validator, where what is the purpose of required field validator is no control should be blank. Okay, the text should be typed, filled. So that is the purpose of required field validator. For that, what we have to do means, first of all we have to go to the property of the required field validator and then change the property error message. Username is mandatory. User, if this is your text, you can give any text as you username is. And then for color, so usually the error text box will be displayed in the red color. I select the red color, or you can type red, right? And then set focus on error. When the error occurred, that is the text box is not filled, means it will be focused to that text box. The cursor will be appear in the text box, so that I am setting the set focus on error as true. Otherwise it will not focus on the particular text box, right? And the text, this will be displayed during the error. Asterisk, please enter username. And then another important control is control to validate. So this one is an important control. In this control, which control you want to validate? So what are all the controls that is available, that will be listed in this, and then you have to choose what control it should be validated. I am setting it to the text box one, so I am selecting this one. Okay. So when I am leave the text box blank, means it will focus on the text box, and it not allow me to do the next one. Okay, let's run this program first of all. what will happen? We will know. So run without debugging. While running, note the URL of the ASP.NET Development Server. So this is running in the local host, this one is support number, this is your application name, and this is your page name. Okay. Yes. When I am leaving the text box means text box. It will show the error, please enter the name. I am leaving these text box also black, but it did not show any error because I didn't set the control to this text box, right? When I am setting the control to the particular text box, the required field validator will check for whether the field is, whether the control is blank or not. So let's go to the program. Here, and the next validator is range validator. Okay. Range validator. What is the purpose of range validator? Means we can set the range validator from minimum to maximum. So whenever we want, whether in this case I am having the age text box. I want to set the maximum age. So when the persons having maximum age, the minimum maximum age they cannot enter the value. So that I am setting the range. Okay. So in the age text box, I am having the range validator. So go to the property of the range validator and set the error message as age should be less than less than 80, and then for color red. Maximum value is 18 and minimum value is 3. So when I am enter after 80 means it will indicate error, right? Focus on error, set the focus on error to true, and then text is invalid age. Right, and then control to validate. Set the control to which text box this one? I think this is 6. Yes, let's make sure of it. Of the text box, and then 6. Okay, this is the range validator while running. Yes, and I am giving the value 34. What will happen? So invalid age. Okay, and then I am giving the value 7. Here, the first error is coming out. We will keep focusing on the first error. First of all, you have to yeah. Okay. One change I have to do in the validation. So what this means, you have to go to the type. Okay, you have to change the type. The default type data type is string. Change the type to the integer. Okay, and then run. So whether we are going to compare the check the value, integer value or a string value, that we have to given in the type property, right? Yeah. Enter the first text box and then give the value 5. Will happen. It should not. Yes. It should not indicate the error because you have to give the type as an integer. Whether we are checking the integer value means you have to give the type integer, right? Okay, next. And then next validator is go to compare validator. Okay, compare validator is used to compare the password and confirm password, right? So whether the password given and the compared password is same or not. Okay. Just take this. Okay. It has to compare to the confirm password has to compare the password with the password text box. Okay, let's go to the property of the compared password, and then important 5 properties are. First one is the error message. So error message password and confirm password should be same. Right? And then for color, choose red. Set focus on error, give true. Next one, text is invalid. Next is pass and confirm pass should be same. And then here control to validate. Control to validate is which text box you are going to validate. 1, 2, 3 confirm text box, that text box, and then which text box you are going to compare. We are going to compare with the password text box, that is a text box 2. So click that one and run the program. System is little bit slow. Yes, username, give the username and then password, and then confirm password. Then happen. Yeah, password and confirm password should be same. Right. In the image column, I need to give 34. What happened? Yeah, invalidate. So you have to give minimum 80, right? Yeah, this will be focus on error, no? So you have to give the correct password, confirm password, then only it will. Okay. Yes, now right. And then next control is regular expression validator. Regular expression validator is used to check the regular expressions like email ID, whether the email ID is given properly or the mobile number. So that type of validation will be getting using the email ID. So for that, go to the property of the regular expression and then enter the correct email ID. Error message, enter correct email ID. And then for color, right? Install this. Focus on error, email ID text box. True. and then text is invalid. And then validate expression, validation expression. Go to that property and then select the validation that has the standard expressions, or you can give your own expressions. Okay, I am going to select the mail ID. Internet email address, yes. But this is the expression. Control to validate, yeah, important property. Control to validate is, which text box is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not random. The username, what to give the username, password, and post confirm password. You can change the text mode as password, no? Then it will not visible. And then for the age, we give the age below 18, and then email ID, abc at gmail. This is the correct email ID. Then check whether it is yes. If you fill a wrong email ID, means what will happen? Just to show the error, this what happened. You go to the program, error message. Text box is 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this one is text box. Let's go to the property and check the text box. This is the fourth text box. Yes. So go to that control to validate and change the text box. Okay. Go back to our program. Give the username, password, confirm password, age, and then email ID. Yes, invalid mail ID. You have to give the proper mail ID. Okay, otherwise it will show the message. Okay, when you give the proper mail ID, it will be accepted. Okay. Finally, we will move to the last validator, that is custom validator. Okay, whenever we are whenever we want to use one new validation for our own, okay, whether custom validator is used to create your own validation. So this can be in client side scripting or the server side scripting. So whenever when I want to set the password characters below 13 and above 8, so that type of in that type of validation, we can use the custom validator. We can set our own validation by using the script language, that is server side, or client side means we will go for the JavaScript, or server side script means we just double click the custom validator. We will move to the server validate, and then here we can write the code if aux args. So this is the aux passed from the user page. Aux dot length length dot is get the length of the argument password int dot value dot length. Yes, this is the box dot value dot length. Box dot value dot length is greater than 30. This is greater than 30. Then box dot is valid equal to true. Okay, and then else except the box dot is valid equal to false. Right? Yes, and then go to that design page and then set the property error message. Password should be, what's the length I have given here? Password should be less than 13 means true. Okay, password should be less than 13, right? To the design page and write the error message. Password set focus on error is true. And then text is invalid gap length. And then control to validate. This is the second text box. Okay, and then yes, that's all. Let's run the program. This is the final validation control. Error. It's an error. Here I missed the close parenthesis. Yes. That's right. Okay. Give the username and then password should be in the length of 13 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I have given 14 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 or 8 each. than validity. Okay, password should be in the less than 30. Yeah, right? So we have seen all the validation controls in the validation controls in ASP.NET. Next one is the validation summary. It is nothing but it will display all the errors that has been in the above validation. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you, students.